Now, Ten Hag's win rate at Manchester United, 62%, 49 wins, 9 draws and 19 losses. So obviously you have to take into account the fact last season we went very, very deep in a lot of competitions. Obviously the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup and the Europa League. So obviously we won the Carabao Cup with a lot of lesser teams we came against, let's be honest. We scraped past Brighton that semi-final, but this is not going to make a lot of sense until we see the other managers we've had previous to Ten Hag, their win percentages. So, comparing Ten Hag to the last 3 managers Manchester United have had that have lasted more than a season. Obviously, David Moyes didn't last more than a season. Ralph Rangnick didn't last more than a season because he was interim. Ryan Giggs, Michael Carrick, etc. Well, not etc. It's those two. So, Ollie has 54, Jose Mourinho has 58, and Louis van Gaal with the lowest of 52. Now, people might look at Jose Mourinho's win rate of 58 and go, that's not that impressive. Ten Hag's doing a brilliant job. People have to take in consideration that Jose Mourinho has managed a season and a half more than Erik Ten Hag, and let's be honest, Mourinho was not back to even 50% of the degree that Ten Hag was. Mourinho finished second, for an example, and got Fred and Dallo. Like, it just says a lot. I think Mourinho done well underneath the circumstances. I think we needed to give him more time, and I think the fact that he's a 58% win rate, considering Sir Alex Ferguson only had a 59% win rate, which is not bad. That's a 59% win rate, people don't understand, is very, very good over a long career. And that obviously was Sir Alex Ferguson done for us. A 58 win percentage was very, very impressive from Jose Mourinho, considering the circumstances. So Ten Hag's on 63, which may go up or down, depending on how we go. Who knows, he could be sacked by November, could be sacked by early December, could still be here at the end of the season. I don't know. But at the moment, we've only won half our games, so that's going to deplete rapidly if we keep going at the rate we're going. So, these are the goals scored / conceded under Erik Ten Hag in the Premier League, broken down. 69 scored, 59 conceded. Now, I don't know about you, that is pretty terrible for a team that's meant to be playing attacking direct football, labelled by Erik Ten Hag. And I just think, you look at it and the stats broken down on the right, lost by 3+ goals and scored 3+ goals. Let's just get into it. Now, lost by 3+ goals, it's just 4 games in 48. Like, I know that it's saying it out loud, but for us, we should not be losing by 3+ goals against City 6-3, Brentford 4-0, City 3-0 and Liverpool 7-0. And then we obviously have the scored 3+, which we have done on 6 occasions in 48 games. And for a team that's meant to be attacking, direct and free-flowing with goals, as Ten Hag said, we were meant to be direct and attacking when he joined this club, and he's going to fight for his ideas. It's just 6 games in 48 just does not have a ring to it, does it? For a team that's meant to be that wants to be challenging for league titles, which we've already lost that race this season. Obviously, the 6 games, you could see Chelsea 4-1, Leicester 3-0, Bournemouth 3-0, City we lost 6-3, so that was one of the games. So you could even mark that down. Arsenal 3-1, Forest 3-0. So, it's just not good enough, is it? Now, let's take a break from the stats because we'll get back to it, but let's get into his signings. Now, as most people might know, you might know, you might not, but realistically, Ten Hag is responsible for all the signings he's made. They're his signings, and for the better, for the worse, we don't have a director of football, really. I'm not counting Richard Arnold or John Murr as any of them. They're both frauds. Ten Hag's responsible for his signings, and every signing he's made, he's played with before, he's scouted, or he's wanted at least. So, let's get into it. 22-23 season, we have, first of all, the most notorious signing money-wise, Anthony, for €93 million. Hey. Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Tyrell Malacia, Martin Dubravka, Jack Butland, that transfer doesn't even compute to me, Marcel Sabitzer, Christian Eriksen and Wout Weghorst.
Weghorst? I've never heard. That's not even a real name. Wout Weghorst. You belong on a Harry Potter film.
This season, we have Mason Mount, Rasmus Højlund, Andrew Onana, Sofian Amrabat, Sergio Reguilon, Altidore, and the man to myth, the legend, Johnny Evans. Now, let's really break this down. Just let this sink in. Who has worked out these signings? I would say Christian Eriksen, joining a free, has been pretty solid throughout. He's not CDM. Don't know why Ten Hag keeps trying that. Don't know why that even comes across his mind. Lisandro Martinez, solid signing. Can't disagree. Casemiro, people this season obviously hasn't been up to it. He was a bit in and out of form last season. But let's be honest, we wouldn't have got top four without him, so you would put that in a success. Then you got Andrew Onana. I think he will be a success. I think he's bounced back this season. And Rasmus Højlund is another one. I would also like to add that I do think Malacia is a good signing, and whenever he's played, he's been solid. He's just injured at the moment. I did forget that one. Now, on to the bad signings, just pointless signings. Anthony's going to be the death of Erik Ten Hag because I don't know what he does. He's our only right winger at the club that we have at the moment. Yes, I'm not including Pellistri, let's be honest. His career's already done before start at Manchester United. I don't see when he's going to get game time. And even when he has got game time, I don't see much. So I think his career's dead at United. So that leaves Anthony, who, it says it all when he's trying to find solutions to play Bruno Fernandes on the wing, which I don't agree with whatsoever. I'd rather play Anthony every day of the week. But Anthony's done nothing. I think, he scored 6 goals. And the only decent, important goal he scored for us that has done anything of the sort is against Barcelona in that, not even round the 16 game, the round before that, a qualification thing that they added, which was just stupid. So 93 million on a fidget spinner. We have Dubravka, Butland, keepers, honestly, pointless. Sabitzer was prompted up on a higher level than he was, and he was just injured for half it. He was just fairly mid. I don't care if he scored 2 goals in one of our games. Weghorst literally played as a 10 at one stage because we had so many injuries, and he done nothing there either. It was just pointless again. Now, I would like to clarify, I do not think Johnny Evans is a terrible signing. You're my Johnny, don't you? I just think he's past it and he's doing a job for us. It's on a year and there's not really any expectations with that. The wages aren't high, so I just want to put that out there. Same with Reguilon. I don't think Reguilon's anything special, but he is needed. Binder is obviously a backup keeper. Then you go on to Amrabat, who, is it an obligation to buy or an option to buy? Because honestly, I had such high expectations for him. I seen that the player he was at Fiorentina, and again, a player moves to United and just looks completely different and way off the pace than he was. I think he looks a completely different player, and I want him to succeed. I think he would be better in our system, the supposed system Ten Hag wants to play, than Casemiro would be. But he's just not doing it. Mason Mount, I don't hate Mason Mount. I think he could be a decent player, but I just don't see the point of the sign, and he hasn't played any of our last 3 games. Now, for comprehensive purposes, I've just put a photo of Ten Hag's. This piece of evidence kind of be hard to put on a graph, if you get me. But possession. This season, Manchester United have averaged 52% possession. Now, for a team that wants to be supposedly playing possession-based football, it's not really great. Compared to Man City, 63. Arsenal, 60. Noah, but why are you comparing it to teams that are top 2 and clearly better than us? Right, Brighton, 60. Newcastle, who are known for playing defensive football and wanting... Now, they have the most goals in the Premier League this season, I get that. But Eddie Howe is known for wanting to build on a strong defence and getting results based on that defence. 54%. Now, we are playing extremely, extremely terrible football at the moment, and it's hard to watch. And when we do have the ball, we don't do much with it. So, let's even get into that now. Now, I've just seen this stat, and at first it might not sound that bad, but it's brutal if we're being honest. This season, Manchester United averaged 10% of their passes being long balls. Now, that... Okay, let's break this down. So, City averaged 7, Arsenal 7, Brighton 7, Newcastle 8. So, what Noah, what does this mean? Basically, people might say 10% doesn't seem like a lot. You average between 300 and 700 passes a game, depending on the opposition you're playing. For example, against Crystal Palace, I think we had 650 passes. Think about it as this, where 65 of those 650 passes were long balls. It's just a terrible stat, isn't it? It's just a terrible stat. And we're meant to be playing attacking football, building from the back, and Onana's having to hit it long every time because he doesn't have an option. And that's clearly coaching, and that goes down to the manager. It gets even worse for United. You're probably wondering, how is that even possible? Oh, trust me, it is. United average 4.8 shots on target a game. So we don't create chances, basically. Right, okay. Let's break this down further. Newcastle 6.4 on shots on target. Brighton the same. Arsenal a little bit higher, 6.5. City 7 shots on target a game. So, even Newcastle, again, who are a defensive-minded team, on paper, are creating more chances than us. Erik Ten Hag said he wanted to play attacking football. And that's what he was brought in for. That's what the 400 million he spent was being used for. And we're not doing it. So, in conclusion with Erik Ten Hag, he has injuries. Yes, I get that. But it's not the reason we're not playing our football. Last season we didn't play our football with many of the players we had. That was, people can say, foundation season, and we used that to just Ten Hag get familiar with the squad, see who he needs out, and then go into this season ready. We've not seen anything this season. He has the midfield he wants. Let's be honest, not many injuries in midfield. He has the attack he wants. Not many injuries in the attack. The defence, yes. But at the end of the day, he is not playing attacking football, and there's no sign of attacking football, and he's not even getting results 90% of the time. I would also like to add, people may look at this video and say I'm trying to find a reason to blame anyone but the Glazers. And I think we have, in a way, as fans, United fans, because obviously this is unfiltered football, there'll be lots of different content, but this is a Manchester United based video. So just leave your suggestions in the comments for non-United based videos in the comments if you want breakdowns of certain things, etc. But the Glazers, we had an opportunity to get rid of them and we didn't succeed at it. We didn't do enough. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is now going to buy 25% of the club. I think the best situation would be the Glazers doing a full sale. More than that, the Glazers are a virus to this club. But at the end of the day, the Glazers don't feel the team that we play every week, do they? But obviously we have problems that go deeper than that. A manager's not going to fix the whole club, I get that. But my way of looking at it is we can be doing better under the circumstances. I think this is probably the best squad we've had in years compared to the other squads we've had. And I think Ten Hag could be doing better with the players he has. But hopefully you did enjoy that video. Give it a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And there'll be no more content coming. See you.